All right, before we get into this review, there's one little itty bitty tiny request that I ask. Can we please have some consistency with these shows? I mean, for crying out loud. When Girl Meets World comes on, you keep thinking it's like a continuation of the last episode, but it's actually shot at a different time, so it's really not a continuation. It's actually out of sync. We had no Zay, we had no Sean, not even sure the proposal even happened. For crying out loud, can we have some consistency? That's all that I ask. That's all that I ask. Girl Meets True Maya. It's here. It's here. We finally had a chance to see it, and I didn't like it. And the reason why I didn't like it is this: they focused so much on Maya going back to being Maya, to where Maya really wasn't Maya at all. She had to acknowledge for herself that she knows who she is, and yes, she had a great influence in Riley. But here comes Lucas that pretty much changed everything, put everything on its ear, and changed everybody's feelings and emotions of what they would do to get what they want. And this is how I saw the episode. Maya is evolving. Just like I said in many reviews before, Maya is evolving, but she thinks that she's broken. The one thing that bugged me about this episode the most is that Riley was not a good best friend at all, but for some reason that was never acknowledged. I would rather the entire episode, instead of being named Girl Meets True Maya, it should be named Girl Meets True Riley. The reason why I say it is this: Riley's green-eyed monster is definitely showing a lot more than usual when it comes to Lucas. She, especially in what she said at the beginning of the show, when they were sitting down, her brushing her hair with some kind of baby doll brush or whatever, and she was like, I brought you back to be where I want you to be, but I didn't bring you back far enough to where you would be too much. And something like that. The fact is, like, I brought you back to where I want you to be? I'm sorry, did anybody catch that? That just sounds like that she really does not want her best friend to be anywhere involved with Lucas. It's a given that the green-eyed monster is showing his horns in the worst possible way. And no one is acknowledging this. Everybody kept saying, oh, honey, it's not your fault. Oh, honey, you did nothing to push her away. Yes, she kind of did. For almost 3 episodes, she's been accusing her as being broken. She's been saying something's wrong. She's acting too much like me, when she isn't. She's just evolving over a good influence. But not only just Riley, everybody treated her like she did something wrong. Treated her like there was something wrong with her when there never was. She's just evolving. Nothing wrong with that. But the one thing that bothered me the most was towards the end. When you had Riley literally accused Maya of not only pulling the fire alarm in the school, which she did not. She actually thought that she stole the $100 bill from her mom's, from the cash drawer. The one thing that I know about Riley for the first 2 episodes is that no matter what, even if the evidence is in her face, she would fight for Maya tooth and nail. But it looks to me that Maya will still fight for her, but Riley is ready to throw her to the side for Lucas. And it actually showed for Girl Meets Texas. Instead of going to see how her best friend was doing, she stayed with Lucas during the whole rodeo. She would literally toss her best friend aside for a dude. And that kind of shows that she would do that. She would prefer Lucas than Maya. And that is never acknowledged. I'm surprised that Farkle didn't take any notice. Like, seriously, as much of a genius as Farkle is, maybe he took notice, maybe he didn't because he still has feelings for Riley. But other than that, Riley is becoming mean. Like, this chick is vicious. And, like, nobody is acknowledging this. Nobody's acknowledging the fact that Riley is not as sweet and innocent as she says she is. Sure, her character is way over the top saccharine to the point where it makes my teeth hurt just looking and listening to her. But it just has to show that even though she says she's good, she's just as jealous as any other individual. And I would really like them to acknowledge that about Riley, but they have not. Not one time. They keep trying to make Maya revert to who she is. And the one thing that also bugs me, and I know I have a ton of things that bug me about this episode, is the fact that her friends did not apologize when they were wrong. Not even their friends, her own family. Corey, Topanga, and Katie should have apologized to her because they actually did think that she did something wrong when she didn't. The fact that she didn't come out, well, I guess in a way she did kind of commit vandalism because she did spray paint. Even though it was a nice mural, it's still a public park, so yes, it is vandalism. But other than that, it was just messed up. Like, nobody apologized to her at all. There was no good conclusion about this at all. And in the very end, they actually said with the four people right there talking about, well, I always looked at this statue and always wondered what they're so happy about, but now I know. How can you be happy towards a bunch of people that literally thought you were a freaking felon? I don't know. I would literally be questioning my friends. Like, I wouldn't hate them or anything, but I would still be like, whoa, like, let's take a step back. Let's be honest. I love y'all, but y'all really thought that I was going to do this. You guys thought in your minds that I did this. When you saw me change, you saw me do all these other good things, you thought there was something wrong with me. And then I don't do anything back, and all of a sudden you accuse me of something that I did not do. And you believed it. All of you guys did. I'm taking several steps back, and I need some space from all of y'all. I would have done that. It would have been more dramatic if Maya just backed away. And if she did come on and I know it probably wouldn't fit a Girl Meets Ski Lodge. Or maybe it could have. I don't know. But other than that, I just didn't like the ending of any of this. I didn't enjoy it that much at all because I'm like, it's just wrong. You can't have a happy ending when it's not that happy. You had a bunch of your friends literally accuse you of doing something you didn't do and they didn't apologize. Even your best friend. And it's also a given that your best friend is really, really willing and able to toss you away for a guy. That just shows that to me. It speaks volumes to me. Which makes me not like Riley at all. But the other thing that's kind of sad for me is Reginald VelJohnson. The guy who played Carl Winslow on Family Matters, as well as being the cop on in Die Hard. No one knew who this guy was. I don't know whether or not they have a live studio audience. I believe that they do. No one knew who this man was, and I'm like, oh, that's heartbreaking. It's not the fact that it shows how much older I am. It just shows the fact that this man has been in so many great shows and no one knows anymore. That's jacked up. Why have this guy in a special appearance when no one's going to know who he is? And maybe they didn't expect that, but that was heartbreaking. I love me some Carl Winslow. He was cool. I love me some Reginald VelJohnson. He's still gained a lot of weight. He's still a lot bigger than he used to be. But other than that, that's the only nostalgia thing that I saw in this episode, because they used to be a part of the TGIF lineup back in the 90s. And I love the fact that they had Family Matters, and they also had Boy Meets World on there for a while. I think it was after Full House went off the air, they had to have another slot they had to have another space being taken, because I think it was Boy Meets World, Family Matters, and Step by Step. And then I think it was another show after that. I can't remember. But it was nice for that throwback to actually happen. But other than that, I did not enjoy this episode at all. It did not have a good resolve. Nobody acknowledged how jealous Riley is getting, especially her behavior is a lot more like what something that Maya would do and how Maya is. I'm not saying Maya is becoming her, but Maya is influenced by her. But in a way, Riley is becoming a lot more relaxed, which means she's showing who she really is. And I would love for that to be acknowledged. Instead of people thinking that Maya is a hidden vigilante, can we just show how the green-eyed monster is coming out of Riley and how she might become a little bit on the devious side just to get what she wants? Just saying. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you see what I saw when it came to Riley? I just want to know. I want to know what you guys think about this episode straight up. But other than that, that's it for me. Naturegirl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.